Today I'm going to be going over every single way to earn money in Greenville, and I'm going to rank them best to worst. Make sure you stay to the very end because I'm going to save the best till last. So starting off straight away here with the worst option you can do, which is just selecting a job and AFKing. What I mean by this is not one of the interactive jobs, but one of the non-interactive jobs right here. And then once you select the job, you literally just go AFK. Now this is the absolute worst thing you can do apart from doing nothing, as you only get 650 every 5 minutes, which means you'd only be getting around 5k an hour. So there's pretty much no point at all in doing this method. It would take less time to go over here and click daily tasks and do any of your daily tasks, which goes straight onto my next method, which is actually the daily tasks which I just mentioned. So every 24 hours you get different tasks to complete, and once you've completed all 3 of them you get 13,500 plus all of the options up here. And by doing all of these you will get around 20k. It should take less time than just going up here and selecting a job. Now the next way you can make money is by going up here to job selection again and actually clicking one of the interactive jobs. So for example here I'm just going to go and click the twist worker. So once you've selected that job it won't spawn you there, so you're going to have to drive there manually. So once you're over here at your job you can just go ahead and walk straight in. And when you walk in you're going to see these force field things on the floor, so you're just going to walk straight into it. So for example here I'm just going to go on this register, and as you can see the customer's walked up to the register and has requested 2 items. So it's pretty simple, you just click on food, you click the item that they want, and then click on drinks and click the item that they want. And then here, if you are 3 years old, you might not be able to do this, but there's some pretty simple maths that you have to do. You basically just add up this number here, which is $2.05. And you can see that I got $170 from that. So now we can go ahead and grab the tray and grab what we put on the register. And then we can go ahead and put the tray up here. And then we get another 170 for doing that. Now that whole process took around 30 seconds if you do it really quickly, and as you can see we've already got another customer here. So yeah, that is a quick tutorial for the interactive jobs. The reason why this is so low down on my list, even though it seems like it's good, is because the task is very repetitive, depending on what interactive job you do of course, and the money is alright, but it definitely could be better. It definitely doesn't compare to the other methods I'm about to show you though. So the next method we're going to show here is getting a regular job like we did before, just any non-interactive job, and just going in your car and driving around regularly. So the best way to do this is actually cruise at 55 miles per hour, which is the best speed for drive to earn. And this is very similar to another method I'm going to show at the very end, which is even better than this and even more simple. So make sure you stick around till then. So the reason we actually selected the job is because you get the 650 every 5 minutes, alongside the 750, which is actually the max amount of money you can get in a minute, every about 1 mile or so. And you get these 750 payouts every about 45 seconds to a minute. The drive to earn method is the most used method in Greenville, and it's definitely the oldest. It is very outdated, however, the money for it is actually really good compared to the methods that I just showed you. However, there are some better methods which I'm going to show you now. Now this one is actually going back on an interactive job, and it's actually selecting taxi driver. So once you select it, you should be spawned straight in here, and you should actually get a car for free. I'm just going to go with the 2016 Vision Pure Mile. So once you're actually in your car here, you can go up here and click show calls, and at the moment we've got 0 free calls, so what you need to do is just wait for one to come in. And while you're actually waiting for one to come in, you can just use the regular drive to earn method that we showed previously. And now as you can see up here, we've got one at the Greenville movie theatre, so let's go ahead and claim that. And you can also actually use your phone on this job if you don't know the map very well. I'm just going to use it for the demonstration of this video. Now a very important thing to do with this method is go 55 miles per hour at all times. This pretty much just makes sure that you're earning as much drive to earn as possible while doing this job, and you don't need to follow any traffic laws or anything. As long as you're going 55 miles per hour you should be fine. So as you can see up here, we are earning drive to earn, and we are coming up to the movie theatre here shortly. So as you're coming up to your customer here, you can see this red force field. You're just going to want to drive straight into that and then stop your car, and the passenger should come in. So once you've collected your customer, you can see there's a very faint drop-off icon on the map here, and basically all you're going to want to do is just drive over to there. Now again, make sure you're on 55 miles per hour so you're earning as much drive to earn as possible. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to speed it up so this video is not too long. If you want to go as fast as you want in this method you can, but you won't be earning as much. I'm just going over to demonstrate how you drop off the passenger. So as you're coming up to the drop-off here, it's the exact same thing as you did with picking up the passenger. You basically just go in this force field here and the passenger will walk out. And once the passenger walks out, you will get around anywhere from $800 to $900 depending on how far you drove the passenger. And once you've done that, you should get another call here. I'm not going to claim it so I can move on to the next method. Now the next method I actually showed off on one of my previous videos. This is the Sahara method. So what you're going to want to do here is just go over here and click Sahara delivery worker and click select job, and it should spawn you inside of the warehouse. I'm going to make this very simple. If you want to have a more in-depth tutorial on this, make sure to watch my other video. I'll put it in the card in the top right of the screen right now for you. So you want to go ahead and get your boxes, and something different which I'm actually going to do in this video is just use one of the regular vans. In my previous video I used one of my personal cars, but I read a comment saying that using the van is actually more efficient since you don't have to respawn it every time. And then once you've made your way out of the Sahara delivery hub, just make your way to any of these blue dots here. And I prefer to go 55 miles per hour while doing this, but some people prefer just speeding to every single one to get the payout as quick as possible. There's not much of a payment difference for it, so I guess it's just personal preference. But I think you do earn more from going 55. And as you can see up here, I'm earning drive to earn. For the purpose of keeping this video short, again, I'm just going to speed to every single point. So once you're at one of the houses, you just want to make sure your van is close. Click deliver box, go up here, and then see what box icon is here, and just click the same one on here. And then drag the box into it, and you should get 645. And then you're just going to want to make your way to the next point. Again, here we're just going to park the van outside, go up here, click deliver box, go to the back of the van, click deliver box, and put the package in. And that's another very quick 645. And then we do the one here, another 645. And you're going to want to keep doing this till you deliver all of the packages to all these blue dots here. A very quick tip, if you are going to speed to every single one, make sure you got a fast car spawned. I'm just going to spawn my BKM here. And if you do have your car spawned, you are going to need to spawn the van every time. And then you can just deliver it as normal. And once you've gone and delivered the last package here, you'll get a 5,000 bonus. And then if you want to go back to the Sahara hub and deliver more packages, you can. What you could do is just go onto a different job and then select Sahara delivery worker again, and it will spawn you straight back, which is a very, very fast way to get back. If you want to know all the exact calculations like I've done on every method so far, go and watch the video I made on it. But for now, I'm just going to skip straight on to the next method. And the final method I'm going to show you here today is going to be the highway method. Now for this, you're just going to want to go on a regular job. I'm going to go on Allen Insurance Agent, and you're going to make sure you have a car with the new auto lane assist feature. Now again, I made a previous video of this on my channel as well. For an even more in-depth tutorial for this, make sure to watch that video. But anyway, what you're going to need to do for this is just drive straight over to the highway. And then once you're at the very, very end, it's very simple. Just turn on your cruise control and that will automatically enable your lane assist. And now this method is really, really simple. All you're going to want to do is just sit back. The only thing you have to do on this method is wiggle your mouse every couple of seconds and turn around at the end of the highway. And you may be wondering how this method, which is just simple drive to earn, is better than any of the methods I've displayed in this video. And the reason for that is actually because it has barely any effort required, and it is one of the new methods with the highway update. Compared to the Sahara method where you have to drive around the map and interact with everything, for this all you have to do is just wiggle your mouse and then just sit back. And also it's important to note you definitely cannot use an auto clicker with this method. People have been commenting on my previous video saying that they're using auto clickers, and I just want to make it clear that it is bannable. But please don't use any macros or auto clickers or anything like that, or you will just get banned. That is the only downside to this method. Alongside the 650 every 5 minutes for the job, this method is pretty much as close you'll get to an auto farm without it actually being auto, and bannable of course. And if you want more accurate calculations on this, again, go ahead and watch my other video on the channel, but in total you're going to get around 65k every hour, which definitely isn't as good as the Sahara, but again mentioning, you do have to pretty much do absolutely nothing on this apart from wiggle your mouse. So yeah, I'm not going to drive to the very, very end of the highway here, since I have, like I mentioned, I made a video on this before, so if you want a very in-depth tutorial on that, make sure to go watch it. But yeah, apart from that, I hope this video has been informative to you. Please make sure to subscribe if you did like this video, as at 500 subscribers I am going to walk the entire Greenville highway on foot, and if I reach 550 in that stream, I will be walking the entire way back. So if you want to torch me, go ahead and subscribe. But anyway, apart from that, I'll see you soon.